Hey you guys, welcome to the More Life Pod, and today I'm here with Maya.
Hey y'all! Oh
Yeah,
my god!
this is my second guest, my second female guest on the season. I'm so excited. You know we love the ladies, so, so tell us about yourself.
What's up, y'all? My name is Maya. I go by Maya Nichelle. I'm 19 years old. I am an entrepreneur. I'm also a full-time college student out here trying to get to it, trying to find my way. I'm also a lash tech. I've been doing lashes for about 5 years now, and I freshly moved to Houston about 2 years ago. So now I'm just really trying to navigate, trying to put on the map, you know?
All right, I like that. All right, so I like that you said that you're a college student.
Yes.
You're not from here, so where are you from?
So I'm originally from San Antonio, Texas, raised and born. It's a very small city. It's not much to do out there. It's more of like a family oriented
Vacation spot.
Yeah, not even that.
Really?
It's like we're called Military USA. So that's where you go to settle down and, you know, your family and all that. So it's not really much for like young people like my age to go do. So Houston is a different ball game for me, like different ball game. So,
all right.
Yeah.
So this episode is called Letter to My Sisters. So I feel like, you know, you just give like girly girl and, you know, you all for the girls. Like,
yes.
I watched your YouTube episode. Well, not episode, but video. Because I had to do my research,
Right,
you know?
right.
But, like, you were talking about, like, that you got to focusing more about yourself and getting more into God and the Bible and stuff like that. I like that. You know, it's
heavy.
It's not too many people our age that, you know, lean in on that way. So,
and they don't. A lot of people are very like worldly, like very materialistic, very just into like what other people think or like social media and stuff like that. But like I said, moving to Houston, it kind of just opened my eyes up to that. Like I'm around a lot of people who are doing stuff like that, so I'm just like, man, I really need to like be myself. Like it's important to like be authentic, be you. Don't be riding off nobody else's wave or trying to do what the next person doing. So heavy on that. I try to speak on that a lot on my YouTube. At least I try.
okay, I like that. So, how long have you been doing YouTube? Or is it just recent, you know?
So YouTube has been a thing in my mind for a long time. Like I've been speaking on it for years, but I just this year, like literally, my first episode was posted about 5 months ago.
Okay.
So that started my official YouTube journey. But yeah, I just started. So I'm still trying to, you know, get my creative touch to it. But
Yeah.
it's a new episode coming soon.
Okay, so what can we, you know, hope to see? Like, what type of content are you bringing?
So I'm really into self-care. I'm really a
Okay.
girly girl. I love clothes. I love fashion. I just love me. So I just want to put out content that's more like about me, like about my life and what I do. Cause I would say I'm a very private person unless you know me one-on-one. Like, but if you don't know me, you don't really know much about me.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it would be fun just to show people like a side of me that
They don't see.
they don't really see much. Yeah.
I like that. So, you are a college student. TSU?
Yep.
TSU.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. TSU is all over the More Life Pod.
Okay. We love TSU.
We love TSU. So, I see your major is you're going into forensic science.
So my major is psychology, and then my minor is forensic science.
Okay, what do you plan to do with that?
So initially my first thought was to be a forensic psychologist, but I go to therapy myself. So I'm kind of more gearing towards, I don't know if I want to be like a family child psychologist, therapist.
Okay.
One of those two. I'm still deciding.
They definitely
but
need that.
they both make the big bucks. So
I know
either
that's
way.
right. So, you said you're 19.
Yes.
So how does it feel entering like your adulthood? Like, it's getting real.
Girl, it's getting real. Life, especially recently, it's funny that you say that because life has definitely been life lately. Like, bro, like trying to figure everything out, trying to like, I don't know, just trying to get your life together, trying to figure out at least
Who you are.
and what you're trying to do. Like you think you want something or you think something for you and it's really, really not. You be going through hell trying to, you know, finally get that final answer. But I've been feeling grateful for the times though that I do go through rough things, because it's like it's only building me up and making me more mature and stronger. But man, your 20s, when they say you're gonna cry your 20s, they was not lying. So.
Maybe every day,
Yes.
maybe, you know, in the nighttime at dark, you know. Hey, the 20s is hard.
Hey, 20s
man.
is
The 20s
hard.
is hard.
Especially like this, me being 19 and transition, like, it's a weird era. Like it's like I'm not a little girl, but I'm
a teen.
I'm a teen, but I'm a young woman. Like it's weird. It's just my feelings be up and down some days, but I'm grateful for it all. So.
For sure. So I
Yeah.
can say, like, you're gonna forever change. Like, you're never gonna stick to one thing.
Right, ever.
But I feel like when people find that thing, like, they find a way to enhance it in different ways.
Right.
So I don't think it's necessarily like, you know, you're gonna keep going through stuff or like you won't find yourself. I think it's just like, hey, give it time.
Right.
Because, hey,
Time will tell everything. It take a minute. You think you'll be going through hell, and you like, man, I ain't never gonna see the light. But after a while, you know, you'll look up one day and be like, dang,
it's gone.
I'm actually good. Like, you know? So yeah, for sure.
I like that. So you said you're big on mental health.
Yes.
So, you know, where did that come from?
Whew. So when I'm 19 now. So about a couple of years ago, I went through like a really bad heartbreak, and I didn't know what was going on.
It's always the heartbreak.
The heartbreak will really get you. It really will sneak up on you. I think I was like 14 going on 15. I met my first love and whatever, and ran me through the dirt. Just did me dirty. So, you know, being young, you don't really know, like, you know, especially if you're not telling your parents everything and stuff like that.
You know,
so
you just going through stuff.
you going
you be
through
like,
stuff.
dang, am I supposed to be going through this?
Going through unnecessary trauma.
Yeah.
So after that, I really found myself in like a really, really dark place. Like I felt like I lost myself. Like I didn't know how to function without the person, basically. So ever since then, like it's just been a working process of like building myself back up and learning what I like, what I want in a person, you know, rather than a person putting off how they feeling about you. You gotta just kind of accept it. But mental health became a big thing because I was in a really dark spot. Like it was real bad. But I came up out of it by going to therapy. After a while, like my first year of college is when I finally like spoke up and was like, hey, I need to go to therapy, because like you can't just keep you know, adding it on, and it just adds up, and then, you know, after a while you blow up, and it just
the blow up part. I like that you said that.
You'll blow up for sure.
So I think my experience was more so like it was a relationship and financial. So it was like I ain't got no money.
Look,
and then you getting no money. Oh no.
Yeah, can't do that.
Okay. So I remember I was working. I ain't gonna say. I was working at a hospital here, and I was on my lunch break. I hated the job too. It was just like, this is not something that I enjoy already.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm making money, but this ain't where I'm
wanna
supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I was on my lunch break. I just got to crying. I started looking for a therapist. You know, you get them benefits. Get them benefits. I said, oh, let's put that to work.
Okay.
So ended up calling multiple therapists, emailing, all that. Maybe like 2 days after I quit the job, a therapist reached out to me, and I was like, oh, I don't have the benefits anymore. Like, I can't afford you. And she was just like, oh, well, we can work something out to when you can, and this, that, and the third. And I was just like, okay, that's cool. And I'm gonna go back to therapy in August, right before my birthday. I need to get it off.
Okay, get it all out.
I still go to her, and I think it's very helpful. And a lot of people don't go, and they feel like, oh, I don't want to talk to somebody about my problems, and they don't know what I'm going through. It's not about knowing like what you go, like being in that experience with you, they can navigate you out of like the trauma that you have,
that negative mind space. And I think also too, in the Black community, it's just very taboo not to go to therapy. Like a lot of people look at you and be like, what do you need to go to that therapist for? And it's like, y'all, like talking to your friends or your family or someone that knows you, not all the time is very healthy or helpful, because
it's kind of biased.
It's biased, and they're telling you the same stuff, and then, you know, you'll be like, okay, and you'll go back right to it. Because that was me after a while. I just noticed like I cannot keep going
listening to you.
Keep, you know, and of course they have the good mindset, good intentions, but it's like it's not healthy, you know.
And then sometimes, hey, maybe you need to hear from somebody else that you
outside.
don't know, like that does not know you, that does not know what you've been through, does not know how your mind works. Like, let somebody like take a glimpse into like who you are without even knowing you first. So like, yeah,
my therapist, she definitely was the one to tell me some stuff, and I was looking at the phone like,
she told you about yourself.
Yeah, she told me about myself, and not saying like my friends or my family wouldn't, but it just hit differently because it's like, like let me tighten up,
like,
you know.
I really paid for this session, and I have to hear it because you did, you know.
Yep, and a lot of that comes from, you know, your childhood and stuff like that. It's built up stuff that you just never know until you come across certain situations, and then you gotta deal with it.
Yeah.
But I definitely always advocate for mental health and therapy, because you just never know what you might break through when you go and talk to somebody and really work through your problems. Because just sitting around and wallowing in your own tears, it ain't gonna really do much.
Not at all.
Nope.
So, describe yourself in 5 words.
I would say creative.
Okay.
I think I'm funny.
Hey, if you laugh, hey, you funny. I'm trying to tell you.
I think I'm creative. I'm funny. I feel like I'm very stylish. I'm getting more into my groove of clothes and stuff like that.
I feel the same way. Like,
I'm very thoughtful. Let me think. What's another word? Dang, this is hard.
You got right on the spot.
I'm very thoughtful. I think I have a really good heart. And what else? Great vibe, great energy.
All right, that's 5. Period. Okay, so you're in your 20s. How do you feel exploring the world and seeing what the world has to offer you?
Man, so I grew up very sheltered too. I was like the only child for like 13 years, and my mom had my little brother. He's 7, huge age gap, but it's crazy. Like, I be seeing stuff that, like I said, I was sheltered, so a lot of things I never saw growing up, or especially on social media now, I be seeing certain stuff. I'm like, what the like, you know? But it's great. I love it. I'm really feel like I'm opening my mind up to different things with being around different people who come from different backgrounds, different cities. You know, I'm used to a small city. Like, my homeboys that was just here, like, everybody knows everybody. We all went to school together. We all grew up together dang near. So it's like coming out here and just seeing all the different types of people and introducing me to different things. I'm like, dang, this is like really beneficial. Like, you gotta open your mind up. So
how does it feel being in Houston?
Like, girl, I love it.
Really?
I love it.
I hear people say that a lot, and I'm from here, and not to say that I don't love it, but I do think that you need to get away from your hometown for sure.
No, for sure. It's important. Like I say, I'm gonna keep speaking on it. San Antonio is so small. You definitely have to get away, because you'll get involved in some shit you ain't got no business being involved in. You know, you'll get complacent with the same people with the same stuff they're doing, the same job you work in. And I just, ever since I was young, like senior year of high school, I was just like, I know I'm not gonna stay here. Like, I know I'm gonna get out and do something differently and be different for sure.
Okay. I feel the same way. I think Houston, for me right now, like, I'm getting into the underground scene and I love it. But before then, I really didn't like it.
Right.
I still don't like Houston as much, but when I went to Atlanta, it was like, oh, I love Houston. It made me feel like, oh, I love where I'm from. But you just get tired of the same thing. So I definitely understand that.
It's just boring, and it also gets draining sometimes. You're like, dang, I need something new. I need something fresh to look and see.
Yeah. So, Lash Tic. So I heard one of your family members got you interested.
Shout out to my cousin Tara.
Shout out to Tara.
So you want the whole backstory?
We can do it.
Okay, so I was 14 going on 15 at the time, and so it was summertime. Before then, me and my mom, we started my business. It was Lash by my initial at first.
Okay.
And that was just my logo name. It had it was just accessories, lip gloss and stuff, like makeup, stuff like that. So I started off selling handmade lip gloss. I had 3 shades. I had clear, I had brown, and I had pink. I sold purses. I sold hair clips, I sold socks, I
Okay,
sold,
entrepreneur.
Girl, I had everything. I was selling stuff, and I made my first band off of that too.
Period. Because everybody ain't making a band off what they selling.
Okay. Shout out to my mom though, because she was the one shipping everything.
Shout out to you, mama, for the
Okay.
support and the effort.
Yeah, my mama really like put her foot in it, and she really like helped me get everything off the ground. Like if she would have never helped me for real, like I probably would have never still
That's
been
good.
going. Yeah.
You don't really hear too many people speak about that, like their parents, you know, stepping in and helping them, or just, you know, showing interest in what they like to do.
Right.
And I think that's a very important part of like your
Growth.
child's growth.
Yes.
And I definitely feel like more parents should, you know, look into like
And
what your
support.
children like.
Yeah, because even with college too, like if you don't have no support system, you're not gonna want to finish. You're not gonna want to
For
go to
sure.
class. Ain't nobody gonna be giving you that push to keep going. So I really appreciate my mom, because she really like she did her big one. But so back to me selling everything and all my little merch and stuff. So I was selling that, and you know, after a while I got tired of it. I'm like, man, I don't really want to do this. Like my mom's doing all the work, so I'm tired of this. So we went to Chicago. My dad's side of the family from Chicago, born and raised. So went down there for the summer. My cousin, she just taught me the basics. She was just like, here, let me show you, man. She taught me, and ever since then, like I ran with it. I came back to Texas. I taught myself how to do volume, lashes, mega volume, the bottoms. Like everything I got on my page now is pretty much like self-taught. Like I taught myself how to do it. So 5 years later, I'm still doing it. I'm
All
still
right now.
I'm still in the works. I love lashing. It's like it's a great hobby. I think I'm in love with it, really, truly, because it's great. I love it.
So, let's go back some. So, you said you came back here, you learned all these things. I want to talk about like people will say they're interested in something and like they don't necessarily follow through with their interest or like the skill behind it or really
Right.
just the research. And I feel like that's a big part in when you're doing something, because you can't just do something blind.
No, for real.
You touch my eyes,
I need
we
you-
gonna have a problem.
Okay, I need
and
you to know
my
what you're
eyes
doing.
Come up red, we gonna have a problem.
Okay.
So like, because that does happen, and like people, they claim they be certified, or like even if they aren't, like they don't take the proper precautions. Like, how do you avoid those type of situations?
Honestly and truly, I learned from my cousin. Like I wouldn't even say that too. I just know you have to be professional, period. Like
And
you
clean.
cannot clean and professional. You cannot, you know, call yourself a professional or a businesswoman if you're not really handling business correctly. So
Yeah.
really what I do is I just make sure that I have everything set up before they come. I make sure all my stuff is clean. I clean my stuff in Barbicide. I make sure everything is disinfected. Like I always make sure the client is prepped and they don't got anything on their face, or there's always a consent form too before they book. So it's like you're reading everything that's going on before you even
Because
come.
people like to play them games too.
People love to try to take your money back and play little games, but it's really just that consent form really is what's gonna make sure you got everything set up and in line for real.
Okay. So how does it feel being like a black female entrepreneur?
Man, so it feels great. Sometimes I don't realize what I be doing, like how good I'm doing for my age. I be having my mom, or like I have other people tell me like, you're doing so good, and I really feel like I get imposter syndrome, because I'll sit here and be like, I don't feel like I'm doing enough. But it feels great sometimes when I look back. I'm like, dang, I'm really out here like hustling. I'm really like popping my shit. I'm doing what I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be doing, and I'm also like self-funding everything as
Yeah.
well. So that's another thing. Like, it's amazing. It feels good. It feels empowering. It really makes me feel like, dang, like I could do anything.
That's
Like,
good. I like that you said it makes you feel empowering, because like a lot of people, they will do something, they won't even think about like how they feel
Right.
doing it or the outcome that they get. So that's good. I like that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, I want to go get into like the female aspect. So like being a young woman, you know, entering your 20s, I feel like sometimes we are kind of naive. Like
Very much so.
Like I'm being real. Like I feel like we can be kind of naive. I was naive at one point,
Girl.
and it's just like sometimes you have to go through enough things to learn some things. And like sometimes, hey, but if somebody's telling you what you need to hear, take that advice.
It, please.
Don't be sitting up here getting drugged through the mud.
Oh my God, yes. Like,
don't do that.
Like I said before, like when my first love gave me, I was getting drugged through the mud. My friends was telling me, Maya, wake up, stand up. I'm like, man, I can't see. But it's so important to like make sure you stand on your own 2 feet. Like it is hard to be a little naive and little Lulu behind these boys or any situation in general. Sometimes we don't really have our head on straight. We thinking about for me, I feel like sometimes I'm into too much how I feel. Like my feelings overpower, so I'll be like, I don't care about nothing else. I'm sad. So yeah.
Oh wow, that sounds like me,
girl.
But I want to get back to the part where like the individuality comes in, and you have to know who you are and like who you want to be, what you want to give, what you want to experience.
Right.
Because a lot of people, they can say that, but they don't live that.
Right.
And I feel like you have to live it to actually get it. Mm-hmm. This show. You said you fund all your lash stuff. So for some viewers who want to, join and be a lash tag or something like that. So like, what advice can you give them? What's some tips?
Some tips. What could I say? All I'm gonna say is, if you thinking about doing lashes, make sure it's something that you really, truly want to do in service. Don't do it for that fast money because it looks good, it looks fun, and lashing is not as quick and easy and a quick hustle like people think it is. Like, you're just gonna be sitting there for 3-4 hours learning how to lash. Like, that's another thing. Making sure that's something you're gonna actually try to perfect your craft in, because it's not a quick like, oh, you can do hair real fast. No, lashes is a whole ball game. Totally different.
Like you could practice on the hair and get that smooth quick,
but lashes,
not at all. It's too tedious.
Very tedious. I personally feel like I'm just now getting to like where I really like my work, like flawless, like work, like really good work. I feel like I'm just now stepping into that.
Yeah, I seen they asked you yesterday, was you in town? They was trying to book
girl,
you,
They was trying to book. They was like, you back? I'm like, no, not yet, in a couple weeks. But yeah, lashing is tedious. Like, when I first started, it took me 5 hours to do a set, and that's a classic. That ain't even no volume.
Oh, wow.
It took me forever. I used to have clients upset, mad. My first type of clientele were older women at first, and then Lord. I transitioned into.
They gonna tell you about.
They're gonna tell you about yourself.
They'll tell you about
girl,
yourself.
You done yet? And I'm like, no, I'm not done. But they gonna tip you good, and they gonna come back. They very much consistent clients, but yeah,
I like that. So, do the TSU girlies book with you? You be booked?
Yes, for sure. My thing with TSU is I'm still trying to get out of my shell. So promoting myself is a little hard right now. Like passing out cards, like, girl, I have so much anxiety doing that. No, you wouldn't think, but I definitely do. The TSU girls definitely be booking. I'm just back and forth between
San Antonio,
my hometown and Houston, so that's been also like a big decision I'm trying to make. Like, should I just go ahead and transition full-time Houston and just build on that, or should I, still cater to like my original, clientele's back home? But we still trying to work that out.
All right. Well, I hope you work that out.
Yes.
So, I like that you said that you be booked and busy, because a lot of people don't be booked and busy.
And don't get it misconstrued. Now it be times where it's like nobody ain't booking, ain't nobody tapping in.
That's what I wanted to get to. So like, when you're not getting booked, like, how do you fill up your time? Like, what are you doing within that time until you do get booked?
Right. So that's something recently I've been working on. Like, when I'm not booked, I immediately get to feeling defeated. I'm like, oh my God, where's the money I need? But I've been teaching myself just to calm down and not stress myself out as much, because people, if they really mess with you and mess with your business and support you, they're always going to come back. They're always going to pay tribute to you. And also I would just find time in promoting myself. Shoot, I just make ads, or I'll make a TikTok, or I'll make a lash map, and I'll just show people like, hey, this is how I do this, or this is how I do that, and then get my page boosted up, and then next thing you know, somebody booking for a set. So I just was like, okay, now I know, like, when ain't nobody booking, when it's dry season, that's the time to kind of like hustle, just like, hey, this is what I'm doing, or run a special, run a deal, like, you know, nothing too low.
Nah, nothing too low.
Run a deal to where people are like, oh, like, she fired, let me go tap in with her while she got a deal going on. So I'm still navigating through that, because that doesn't define your business. When you're going through a rough, slow seat, that does not define like what you got going, or your length of success. Like, sometimes people ain't got their paychecks in, they gotta wait till they get paid, or you know. So I just fill that time up with just marketing and just finding maybe different ways to reel new people in, new audience.
I like that. I feel the same way. So like since my last episode, I haven't really, not that I haven't been really focused on booking people, not really, but like it was just like, hey, nobody books, so hey,
I'ma chill, right?
So I figured out that I was going to start doing content. I like to, you know, go and do things, and the people tell me, oh, you live an interesting life, da 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 da. So I'm like, okay, let me get the content going. So let me show y'all how I be outside. But it's not outside for like partying and fun. I'm outside to be working. So I did like a vlog of how podcasters get ready for an episode, and went to Trader Truth's silent listening party last night. So I'm like, okay, I gotta keep the content rolling, so I can keep the views going, so I can, you know, keep
the interest up.
So I like that you said that, because a lot of people, they get discouraged when people aren't booking, and it's like, that don't mean that nothing's wrong. Like, nothing's wrong with you, because they're not booking. It's just like, hey,
it might be a little slow.
It's a dry season right now. Like, hey, we just had Hurricane Burl. Like,
people trying to get their life together, because Houston was not prepared whatsoever.
I'm trying to tell you. So, how do you feel about your newfound independence?
I love it. It makes me it's like sparked something up in me. I feel like now I'm like, man, I want to do this, I want to do that.
It turn you up.
It turned me up. It make me it gives me, like, what's the word? Reassurance that I'm able to do whatever it is that I want to do. You know, staying out here on my own, I'm taking care of myself, I'm taking myself to school, I'm shopping for this, I'm going to get lashes, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It just make me feel like I'm just really stepping into my womanhood, and like I feel like I kind of got my feet on the ground a little bit. I ain't got everything settled, but I feel like my head and my shoulders is on straight. It reassures me that I'm on the right path.
Okay, I like that. That's what's up, because a lot of people don't. They don't.
And I've seen so many girls go the wrong path, you know, just by a guy, or, you know, them thinking what they want to do is the right thing to do, but it's like, no, sometimes you gotta steer the course, or stay on the course that you on, and just keep going, you know?
Yeah, and it kind of seems like nowadays, you know, they be looking for like the money, like the money is what moves them, and it's like, hey, money don't move me. Right. I'll give you money back. Okay. For real, in a quick heartbeat. I ain't playing with you. Okay. But it's like, it moves them to a point where they're risking their lives.
Risking everything. Like, there's no reason why a man should have to have X amount of money for you to...
Nah, that's wild. That that right there is pretty wild. Like, I can't even lie to you. Like, as long as you can take care of yourself,
you know, that's all that.
You gotta have a car, because I got a car. Okay. You can't be... I will not be driving you around on Jesus.
That's another thing, like... I be feeling like a lot of boys are intimidated by me sometimes.
This is a good episode.
I really be feeling it.
I definitely feel the same way. It's like they don't be wanting to approach you, and it's like, I'm not mean.
I'm not, and that's the thing. You look so mean. You look so unapproachable, and I'm like, you haven't even tried to talk to me. How do you know?
Ooh. And then they be trying to. This is the instant turn off for me. When you try to be overly sexual, first off, sir.
Oh yeah, no.
Told you that I liked you.
Blocked.
I didn't even tell you that
at all.
Where did you get that from?
Give off the vibe. My body language ain't even. You know, like I don't know what's going on in today's time with the boys.
I had to turn the comments off.
Oh, the comments.
My homeboy, he talking about some. I wanted to come. I said I can't even send no laughing emojis. I said, well, they're harassing me, and I don't have time.
And it's real out here. They don't care. They think they're being cute and they think you like it. But that's because some girls allow it. So it's like it sucks for us.
And they kind of like it.
Yeah.
And I'm cool. I don't want to like you. I'm cool.
I'm good.
I had somebody, me and my cousin behind the camera. We was going to our little spot. We go to a little spot on Friday. We be turned. And when I tell you, I was downtown. I was exiting the freeway. I seen a man on the freeway. He honked at me, but I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's somebody I know that
right.
they see me in traffic. No, it was not nobody I knew. And then he looked and then rolled down the window and was like, "How you do?" Not in traffic, so I'm trying to get to where I got to go.
I'm trying to go home.
I'm trying to go to where I need to go. I'm trying to go party. You up here trying to have conversation.
Anywhere and everywhere, they don't care.
No, and then got off on the same exit. That's what really had me. I had started recording. I said, oh,
yeah, just in case, because you just never know.
Don't come snatch me up out this
Please
car.
don't.
You're going to have a good fight on your hands.
Okay, and I'm finna post this.
and it's going to get posted.
Oh my
If
God.
that phone is left in that seat, it don't matter. It's getting posted.
I hate that. Like, that's so irritating. Just to even, like, why do we have to go through that? Why do you have to heckle me off the highway to get my number?
That's wild, because I was on the phone with my homeboy the other day, and he has a podcast, and we was just chopping it up like about the podcast or whatever. And this man in the stove, he was, oh, I like how you talk. I wasn't even talking to you.
Oh my God.
I'm on the phone. What are you talking about?
And they be budding in your conversation like, boy, stay over there.
I got off the phone. I had left, went outside. I said, ooh, I can't wait till I leave Houston. He told me, my friend talking about the life of being a girl. I said, literally, like, it's hard to be a girl.
It is.
People don't understand. You have to watch out for your safety, because people were really like, not even people, men will really try to like mishandle you.
Yep.
Don't let nobody mishandle you.
And take advantage of you.
And take advantage of you. Mentally, ooh,
baby.
chokehold.
Quick, too. Because it's like, you try to be somebody's friend, and the whole time y'all think y'all friends, he trying to find a spot right next to you. And I'm like, oh,
you the
baby.
perfect guest to come on.
I can't even kick it with you because I want to be friends. Why do we have, like, you know?
Yeah, I feel that. Because it's like, I'm really being genuine, and I'm really thinking like, hey, we cool. Like,
and then you gonna pull
I feel like
that
one of the guys. I mean, not that I'm not one of the guys, but like, that's what it feels like. Like,
Right.
we cool, we that cool.
Right.
Homeboy, homegirl.
But
It
now,
don't give you trying to, talk to me. You ever had, man, and that's another reason why I don't like people, saying that they want to hang out with me or this, that, and the third. Because it's like,
why? Why?
What is
so intriguing to you about me that you want to hang out with me for real?
Nothing.
People will say that to me too. They be like, "Oh, I want to hang out," and I'm like, "Why?" Because you think my life. Like, I don't know. What do you think of
and
me?
That's
like,
exactly
what do you? How you think I'm really living?
Lit. Like, they think that you lit. They think that you're.
I'm
you
just
live
outside. No, boo. I be at home in the bed, rubbing my feet.
What? Together.
Okay. Now I do go outside. Don't get me wrong. I be outside, but I'm just not a party girl. Like, I'm very like, once my social battery is over,
it's time to go.
Girl, I'm at home. I'm like, my friends will tell me, they're like, you always asking for some food. That's how we know when you ready to go, because you want food. You ready to eat. I'm like, yep, it's time to go.
If no food is included, why am I here?
Okay.
That's really the question.
That's me every time. They be like, Maya, why are you? I need my food before I go home, boo. I can't do it.
But yeah, like, they do like to take advantage, and like, they try to portray something that it's not.
Oh my God.
And it's just like,
man,
I thought we were on the same accord here.
I was just talking to my friend the other day about this, how I feel like a lot of boys nowadays, like how I said, they feel intimidated by you, so they'll put on this mask, like they this certain type of guy.
Because
and then,
if they show their true self,
I ain't gonna take it. I ain't gonna even fool with you. And that's, man, what?
Man, cuz in the background laugh because he know it's true.
Man, they put on this mask like, oh yeah, I do this, I do that. I'm this type of man, and then I be like, okay, they butter us up, and it's like, okay, I'ma see.
I got something to say about the buttering up part. Sometimes you can't even worry about a nigga in his buttering up.
Yeah.
You gotta worry about. You take it for what it is. I'm hearing what you say, but what are you doing?
Right.
What are you doing?
For sure. If he ain't pulling up, take you on that date like he said he was.
He got to go.
He gotta go.
Cause why you not? That's another thing. They don't want to take you out on dates.
Like you don't want to be seen. Like that's really how a boy have you feeling.
You ain't finna tell me I ain't meant to be seen.
Okay.
I know you lying. I'm meant to be seen any and everywhere. I'm a well-rounded type person. I could go to an art gallery.
Anywhere.
I could go to the club. I could go to your mama house.
Okay.
I can go anywhere.
But so now it's just like, is it that y'all embarrassed to show off a girl, or y'all like scared to show that y'all like somebody? Like, what is it? Y'all ain't got no money. Like,
no,
what is it?
I don't even think it's that they don't have the money. I don't think it's they embarrassed to show off. I mean, it may be a little bit of the embarrassed to show off, but I think it's more so like they're not ready for that commitment. Like they just, they're young. They feel like they're young. They can have anybody.
Right.
So I get that.
Right.
I'm young. I'm a little turned.
Right.
And I can have anybody. So what you really saying, like, you're not really saying too much.
Right.
You're giving me a lot of bullshit.
Right. Yeah. The boy, I ain't got nothing to say. Like, it just be so much going on with the boys. Like, I'll sit and I'll try to give a boy a chance. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be mean. I'm not gonna have my guard up.
You really humble yourself.
You try to, you know, but then they show you their hand every time, and it's just like, dang, like, why did I even waste my time? Like, my homeboys be calling me mean. They like, you're mean. Why don't you?
Homeboys, y'all be calling her mean when she be talking about the fellas?
Yes,
crazy
they be calling me mean. They be saying, you're mean. They be like, you're mean. Why you did it? I'm like, because I just feel like every time I try to be soft or like show my feminine side or let my guard down and try to be with it, they show me every time why I gotta be on 10 toes.
You know what somebody told me, and this is why I just like told myself I'm gonna stop trying to talk to people or just stop trying to date. Dude told me, I had met him or whatever, cool, kick it, whatever. We never like met up in person.
Right.
So it was like, you know, hey, you been talking, hey, you got a 7-week trial with me. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Something the first week.
You got 7 to 14 days for real. I'll give you an extra week. You might pull something out that magic hat. But what you not finna do is ask me why I didn't tell you I wanted to go out on no date. Who do I look
why
like?
was I supposed to tell you? Why would?
But they be talking about the man is supposed to you know what? Leave me off the phone,
please, because it just be like, what is going on? Like, I don't know. So I feel like also social media play a huge role in relationships.
For
like,
sure.
I just don't even want to date no more because everybody feel like they got options. Like,
and you ain't got no options with me.
Yeah, you don't. It's either me or nothing.
I'm trying to tell you, like, we ain't doing no 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door. Oh, you talking to this person this week, or you just a free agent? I'm not gonna be with a free agent.
I'm not.
Or endo, half though, pinky toe, none of that. It's not happening.
Full foot in, 2 feet in, or not.
I'm trying to tell you, but yeah. So yeah, I like.
Okay, because I'm very much a relationship girly. I would like to be in a relationship, but it's just like, I can't find nobody who we on the same page. We see eye to eye. Like, everybody just on some other time, and I'm not with it.
I feel that. I want to switch over to like the friendship part though.
Go ahead. Go right ahead.
Cause you could have friends or whatever, and you'll think that like they have the best interest, but like when you get into it with your man, it's more so, hey, they want you to go outside with them. It ain't nothing wrong with going outside and enjoying yourself. I'd rather go alone than go with you. Because you're going to try to get me into something, and I'm cool.
I ain't got no business getting into.
I'm not going to get into it anyways, because you ain't finna mess up what I got going on. I don't care what you got going on.
For real.
For sure. So, yeah. Have you ever had that experience?
See, I've only been in really one little relationship, so I never really had that where I'm like, oh, let's go outside so you can get your mind off this man. Blah, blah, blah. But I really don't even believe in that.
It's not real.
It's not real. It really don't alleviate anything. It really, honestly, just make you seem like you thirsty and you looking for attention. Like, I feel like if a man turn up on you or he do something to you, or you know you sad, you trying to get out your feelings.
Don't know about your business.
Go about your business.
Go work on yourself. That's what I did.
Like,
Podcast.
Find something that's gonna make you happy. Go shopping. Go get your hair done. Like,
I ain't gonna lie. Somebody told me today I was dancing in the mirror before I came here. They was like, you feeling good? I said, when you look good, you feel good.
Okay? And look, and so, you gotta do that sometimes. You gotta go get your hair and you gotta go buy your fit.
Remember who you are.
Okay?
I'm trying to tell you.
And let people know. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. You gotta show people.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm not sad. I'm not messed up about nothing. So.
And that's what they want you to be. So they can have another entry level.
Way, to keep poking at you. No.
It's dead.
Very
non-existent. But no, like you said that like people, like guys, they feel like they can, you know, no, pause. Going back to the whole, you have to get out and get back to yourself. And that's a whole another thing. Like, once you get out of a relationship, you have to like cut ties with people.
Yeah.
And like, that is hard to do, but that's what you need to do to get to where you're going, for
Right.
sure. Like, if you want to receive something better than what you was receiving,
Right.
you got to leave them people alone so you can receive more. So yeah. So what are 3 tips that you could give to the girls? It could be about life, or their 20s.
Life about 20s. Stop taking everything so personal to heart. I'm still learning that. My mama tell me that every day. You
I'm
wear
still
your heart.
learning.
She be like, you wear your heart on your sleeve, Maya. You gotta stop taking everything so personal. And I started reading this book called The 4 Agreements. And
Okay, I have the book too. I got the audiobook.
Yes, was it the first or the second rule? Basically saying stop taking everything so personal, because 9 times out of 10 it's not you. It's never you. It's 9 times out of 10 it's always the other person, what they got going on. They're projecting off on you. So with anything, that goes for anything, whether that's dealing with a relationship, family, friendship, you know, don't take everything so personal and just keep it pushing. You know, people gonna mess with you. If they gonna mess with you, they gonna mess with you. If they don't, they don't. You just gotta keep it pushing. And my second tip, I would say, believe in yourself. Try to build that confidence, because I'm a person who dealt with very low self-esteem, very, very to the ground low confidence, and I had to build myself back up. But once I built that up, I realized like, oh, can't nobody tell, you know, not that can't nobody tell me nothing, but can't nobody tell me nothing. Like, I already can't, because I know what I bring to the table. I know, you know, and that just helps you walk into things differently. Like this, for sure. I would not be able to do this 2 years ago. Like, girl, I'd be somewhere in the corner trying to, I wouldn't be in
front of the camera either.
And you know, and that's another thing. Like, I'm so thankful for growth, because my self-confidence helped me grow as a person. Because like, I definitely would have been like in a shell somewhere, trying not to get out and expose myself and put myself out there. Third tip, I would say, get you a bag, man. Find you something that's gonna make you some money, that makes you happy, and focus on yourself and just run that bag up. Just lock in with yourself, really.
Okay. I think my 3 would be focus on yourself, build yourself up. 2, this is for the creators, entrepreneurs. Post your content, post your work. I don't care if it looks bad right now. That progress will transfer over.
Oh my God, yes.
In the future. And 3, that's my last one. Love yourself. Love yourself. Don't let nobody play with you. And treat yourself nicely. A lot of people don't treat themselves nicely. That's why they feel like they can allow other people to mistreat them. So yeah. All right, well, I enjoyed having you on here.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed it too. This is something new. I've never done nothing like this before. I really came in like, of course I was telling myself like, you got this, like you got it, don't even worry about it. But of course I'm a little sweaty, but I really appreciate it. I'm so grateful for this. This is something different. Like, I love this. I love your setup. I love your channel. Shout out to you. This is great. Like, for real.
I appreciate it. So, leaving that off, do you have any questions for me before we get out of here?
No questions at all.
Right.
Go ahead and follow all my socials. My Lash page, MAAYAMINXX, Maya Minx. And then my main account is Maya Nichelle, MAYANISHELL.
Such a mouthful.
Girl, mouthful of letters.
But yeah. All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.